Happy Thursday, everybody. Andy from WagerTalk.com. Welcome to the Prop Shop. Joining me, as always, the great and most importantly, the profitable Ariel Epstein, the prop queen herself. You can find her on Yahoo Sports and MLB Network. Ariel, great to see you. We were just talking before we came on. We like our plays today, but this is just kind of an odd slate, and sometimes there's not much that we love. So I would say we like our plays today. We don't love them, so we're going to talk about them. But for everyone that follows our plays, maybe take it just a little bit light today. There's no reason to rush into anything or go big. So, just not a slate we love, and sometimes this happens, right?
Baseball's been rough the last few days for me personally. Tonight's slate is even worse than it has been the last couple of nights. I like the day slate. I do already have a K-prop going. I posted it to my Twitter at Ariel Epstein a couple of hours ago. There was a good plus money play, plus 114 to the under 5.5 strikeouts for Angels starter Pablo Sandoval. He's got the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays against Southpaws this year, averaging just over 3 strikeouts a game. Sandoval in plus money to the under. It felt like a good value play, and that's kind of been the theme of tonight, Andy. Finding value more so than laying heavy juice.
Yeah, sometimes we get days like this, and what's one of the sayings? Sometimes the best bets to make are the ones you don't. So if you're not feeling great about a slate, you lower your bet unit size. You figure out what works for you. Besides the Sandoval one, though, Ariel, I'm going to get you going. You got 3 others for us. So let's talk Garcia, Feltner, and Tristan Mckenzie. What do you got for us?
I'll start with Tristan Mckenzie, considering that's the 4:10 p.m. Eastern time game. The other 2 are later tonight. Mckenzie has been so good in day baseball with a 1.94 ERA. In the last 9 starts he's had since the start of July, Mckenzie has a 1.91 ERA. Seattle's really been struggling since the All-Star break. They're 1 game above 500. With Mckenzie being better in the day and better since the All-Star break, I like the under 2.5 earned runs allowed by Tristan Mckenzie, which you could get around plus 100, plus 102 is where I grabbed it. As for the night slate, take that under on 3.5 strikeouts for Colorado starter Ryan Feltner. That's another plus money play. I got it at plus 114 or plus 110. The Mets have the 9th lowest K rate in baseball against righties. Righty starters are 30 and 50 over under their K prop this season. Feltner has been struggling lately. He's in the 3 outings before his last start, he's got an 8.56 ERA. That's in his last 13 and 2/3 innings prior to last start. Feltner against the Mets. Listen, the Mets are going to – I don't know what to think about this Mets lineup tonight because everything points to the Mets bats having to hit hard after Atlanta and the Yankees. They had 2 tough series back-to-back. Now they're at home with DeGrom pitching, but that's the problem. DeGrom's pitching, and the Mets don't score with DeGrom on the mound. Staying away from the Mets bats tonight. I'm just hoping that they make contact more than they strike out. Under 3.5 strikeouts for Feltner at plus 110. The late game, Houston Astros, Minnesota Twins. Astros starter Luis Garcia, he's a righty. This is the only K-prop I'm laying juice on tonight. I got it around minus 140 to the under 5.5 strikeouts. The Twins have the third lowest K rate against right-handed pitchers this year. They're averaging about 4.5 strikeouts a game, those righty starters, when up against the Twins lineup. Garcia's gone under 5.5 strikeouts in 8 of 14 games against teams with bottom 15 K rates against righties. This is more about the Twins lineup and how they don't strike out much, especially against right-handers. I'm going under 5.5 strikeouts, Luis Garcia tonight.
And a friendly reminder, don't lay minus 455 on the Mets. There's not much value in that one.
Let me just warn all of you that the Mets are 1-4 on a run line, or 1-4 on the run line, or 1-3 on the run line. One of those. I have to double check. How many starts has DeGrom had now? 5, 4? Either way.
Yeah, he's only 2-1.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's 1-3 or 1-4 on the run line, laying minus 1.5 since DeGrom's come back August 2nd. Now they're laying 2.5 against the Rockies. I'm sorry, if you're laying the minus 455 on the money line, or you're crazy enough to go lay a 2.5 on the Mets do not score when DeGrom pitches. This has been 3-4 years already where I have been saying that the Mets don't score with DeGrom on the mound. Every game he's pitched this year has gone under. No. Done. Either
Yeah,
take the Rockies plus 2.5, take some value, or a Mets team total under. I'm out.
I'm looking at that. So they lost to the Nationals in his first game 5-1. They beat Atlanta 5-2, and then 1-0, and then they lost 3-2. Just terrible value when DeGrom pitches. So minus 455. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I got two props to go over. One is MLB, and then I'm going to throw out an NFL future. We are rapidly approaching NFL season, so let's start with my MLB prop, James Caprillion. Take him under 16.5 outs. He's gone under this total in every game in August. Their starter, Cole Irvin, went 7 full innings yesterday, so they did not need to use a ton of bullpen arms. Now, Ariel, by the way, made an incredible call coming out of the All-Star break saying the Yankees should be fade material, and they have been really good fade material. They've not been great this month. They just won 3 games in a row, all by the same score, 4-2, against the Mets and the Blue Jays. I think we may see a little bit of signs that the bats are starting to come alive. We knew they're not going to be bad forever. So I think this has the makings of a really nice Yankees offensive performance. I think Caprillion gets pulled before he gets to this 16.5 outs. Let's move to an NFL player future. This is a season-long total. And a reminder, we just put up a prop special for myself on WagerTalk.com for $399. You can get all my props for the rest of the year. No promo code needed. We're up 83 units this year just in props. So that's on my profile page on WagerTalk.com. This is a play that is included in a package. We have a 5% play for week 1. And included in that play is all of our NFL futures, and this is one of them. We're going to take Ryan Tannehill under 3,600.5 yards passing. This is our write-up that you can find. The Tennessee Titans are a run-first team. That's going to continue. Derrick Henry enters the season fully healthy. Tannehill is 33 years old, a lot of wear and tear on that body, coming off a terrible 3-interception playoff performance against the Bengals. Listen, last year, Tannehill barely cleared this total in his first 17-game regular season. He had 3,734 passing yards. That's in a season where Derrick Henry got hurt, missed 9 games. Tannehill and the Titans also lost his 2 favorite targets this year. They do not have A.J. Brown. They don't have Julio Jones. They retooled with Robert Woods and Hooper. There's a big drop-off in talent, though, especially Woods is coming off the ACL injury. I do not expect Tannehill to be throwing it around. And on top of that, I'm not sure he keeps this job. They drafted a quarterback that they really like. So in order for Tannehill to go over this, he's going to have to play all the games. He's going to have to avoid injury. He's going to have to avoid losing his job if he gets off to a bad start. And he's somehow going to have to make up for the loss of A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. If he misses a couple games due to injury, this total is going to go way under. So look for Ryan Tannehill under 3,600.5 passing yards. Well, I'm so out on the Tennessee. I'm so out on the Tennessee Titans this year. And yes, I'm from Indianapolis. I'm a Colts fan. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I'm so out on the Titans, Ariel.
Andy, I want to get your thoughts on these season-long props in the NFL. I know it's baseball season. We're getting close to football season, though, and I feel like it'd be good for people because as a prop person myself, I hate season-long props in the NFL. It's so fluky. Anything could impact whether a quarterback stays in the game a full 4 quarters for the entire season or not. Why do you choose, or how do you choose the right season-long props?
Well, I always look towards unders. I have a couple of overs, but mostly I'm looking at unders because any injury and you're going to cash. Christian McCaffrey has been a beautiful under the last couple years. He hasn't even come close to it just because of lack of games that he's played. So I take a look at some of these guys that are injury prone, and if the number is too high, you got to look at it and you got to say, man, this guy's got to play all 17 games. He has to play well in all 17 games. You look at these running backs. I mean, someone like Christian McCaffrey, they put his number so high. He's over like 1,600 yards rushing and receiving. one sprained ankle that he's out for 3 or 4 games, and there's no way that number hits. So unders are the way to go on these, and we've actually hit 62% in these props ever since I've been at WagerTalk. There's money to be made there. I know it's tough to tie up money for a season, but you don't have to tie up a lot. Just put 1% or 2% on, and then when the season's over, it's like a little Christmas gift waiting there for you when all these tickets kind of crash. So, Ariel, when I do these, I'm always looking towards the unders on these season-long player props. So,
I like
all right,
that.
Yes. All right, guys, we got some really, really big stuff coming with myself and Ariel. Prop Shop is going to be seen on Bet On It. How cool is that? We get to do we get to do a segment every week with the gang from Bet On It. We'll be introducing props to them. You can see us every week on that show. Ariel, tell everyone where we can see you at while we're still in MLB season.
During MLB season, check out Yahoo Sportsbook, sports.yahoo.com. It's Yahoo Sportsbook on Twitter. Also, MLB Network pregame spread. It's now at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have shows next week, Monday and Tuesday, with Matt Vasgersian and myself giving out all the MLB action you need. I'll be on Better's Eye tonight as well through MLB, which is on MLB TV, and you can stream it on MLB.com. I'll be giving out a lot more MLB action as well, but I pretty much gave it all out here too. So always check me out here at WagerTalk, especially Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Great stuff as always from Ariel Epstein, the prop queen. Make sure you follow her on social media. Follow all of her plays. Don't forget to grab that prop special on my profile page on WagerTalk.com. Good luck. Let's cash a weird, crazy slate on Thursday, and we will see everyone next week on another episode of Prop Shop.